Hello, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about maintaining your higher self when encountering negative people or negative situations. How do you maintain your higher God-given spiritual self when you run into negative people, negative conversations, or just negative situations in general? How do you do that? You know how it goes. You've been doing your affirmations, you just came out of meditation, or you just came out of a great yoga class, or any class that uplifted you. And then you walk out the door and you get a phone call. You get some bad news, or you turn on the news and get the bad news right there. How do you maintain your higher self? How do you not go into effect? How do you not get pulled down with the negativity? Number one, always have a spiritual practice. You need to be practicing meditation, affirmations, affirmative prayers, or whatever spiritual practice that you have or that you feel called to do. You need to do that on a regular basis. But Jana, I don't have time to meditate for 30 minutes every day or every morning. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes. It can be 5 minutes. It can be 15 minutes. Or it can just be 1 or 2 minutes. As long as you do that, as long as you close your outer eyes and connect to spirit, connect to God, connect to source, connect to the universe. As long as you get that connection, which is the connection and which is the portal into your true self. As long as you do that, at least once a day. I would say twice a day. As the Buddhists will say, we wake up with the Buddha, meaning you do your spiritual practice, meditation in the morning, and we go to bed with the Buddha. So meaning that we do it again before we go to bed, or before we wind down. It doesn't have to be right before bedtime. So by doing that, you are always raising your baseline, so to speak. You're always being lifted up because you have that connection to source. You have that connection to your higher self. So by laying that baseline, when things happens out in the world, negative conversations, bad news, what have you, you're connected. So you are not in a reactive state of mind all the time in the same way. So little things that might, or even bigger things that used to bother you, doesn't bother you the same way anymore, because you have that foundation. You have the foundation of your own spiritual self. Number 2, study. You have to study. You have to take in knowledge. You have to take in wisdom. You have to take in information from spiritual teachers, books, inspirational books. It all depends on what floats your boats. For some people, it could be the Bible. It could be the Lotus Sutras from a Buddhist community out there. Or it could just be self-help. Or it could be some of our newer spiritual teachers. For myself, Michael Beckwith, Eckhart Tolle, some of my favorite spiritual teachers that has transformed my life. Their teachings and their books has personally transformed my life. So study about spirit. Study about why are we here? Why did we choose to incarnate to earth? What is our earthly self? What is our spiritual self? What is that whole connection? Getting that knowledge will expand your consciousness, and it will it sort of makes you see things in a different way, in a different light. You become more of the observer than actually being in it, rolling with the punches in it and just reacting. You're more like on the outside, looking in and just observing the mechanisms, whether it's negativity raising up in your own mind, or negativity coming from the world, the news, from other people, gossip, or just people just talking about how terrible everything is in the world, in their life, etc., etc. When that happens, when you have your foundation from your practice and you have the knowledge, the wisdom of why things are how they are from a cosmic point of view, you stay you stay on the outside. You are the observer, and you don't react. You can choose. Now you have choice. You can choose to act. How do you want to act to that? Do you want to act with the same level of energy, like you want to be angry or sad, or do you want to come from a higher place of love and compassion, forgiveness? You know what I'm talking about. Step number 3. Step number 3 might be the most important of them all, but step 1 and 2 are kind of necessary to do step number 3. So step number 3 is application. Application. When you get an insight, it could be from your meditation, from your prayers, or from your spiritual center, or from your church. The minister or the teacher are talking to you. You're seeing things in a new light. You have a revelation, and you're like, oh my God. So instead of just going, oh my God, and go out and live your life, now you're on a high that you're going to crash from, instead of doing that, apply whatever the teaching was. And the same comes from your books. When you read your books, because all of the books, audio books, it doesn't have to be reading. When you listen and you get that insight, that aha moment has instructions. There's going to be certain things that the teacher, whoever this information is coming from, they're going to tell you what to do. I can give you an example. For example, Eckhart Tolle, which I love. The book, The Power of Now. If you haven't read it or listened to it, get it right away. He's the first one who actually talked to me or spoke about the observer effect, about how not to be caught up in the mental chatter and the mental circuits that's going to bring you down or take you down the rabbit hole. He's the one who spoke about observe your thoughts. Be the watcher. He called it the watcher. We can call it, or the observer. It's the same thing. Be the observer. When you do that, you recognize the patterns and the circuits, and also because you're putting your own consciousness into that chatter and into that negativity, eventually it will dissolve. Other great books, Michael Beckwith, Life Visioning, and there's also A Minister. It's another book that transformed my life. The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. Amazing book. That book had me understand the Bible. It had me understand scriptures, Jesus, the teachings of Jesus, and it's absolutely amazing. And in that book are so many points of application. He tells you exactly what to do. And he tells you exactly how positive thinking is gonna help you with your manifestations. You're going to manifest by using scripture, using quotes from Jesus, quotes from the Bible. And he totally breaks it down. And when I was listening to that book, I would literally have to pull over because I was driving. I love listening in my car. So I would have to pull over so I could write down those little gems, those little nuggets of wisdom. And then when I got home, I would read it again. I would go over my notes. And then I would just like take in the wisdom. And I would apply what he told me to do, or what he wrote in his book, his suggestions of what to do, which has everything to do with positive thinking and your manifestations. So there you have it. How do you maintain your spiritual, positive self, your true self, your true spiritual self, when negativity happens, whether it's coming from your own mind, your own surface mind, which is not you, that's your surface mind, or it's coming from other people, from things that you watch and observe that you see outside in the world, such as the news. Try it out. Give it a whirl. Let me know in the comments how it's working out for you. I'd love to hear from you.